I will repeat my speech again. So our smart elements allow you to move by different links to different sites. And so let me show you, for example, today we will try to get data from popular sites Walmart and Amazon. So for example, if you would like to create carts of goods, we can use this link and put it within smart element to get the data from here. How it works? So our smart elements move by the link here and use internal and external selectors to get the data from there. Okay, I got a message that now something bad with my screen. Let me check my preferences again, please. Okay, we checked the preferences. Seems like with preferences everything is fine. Please try to check the preferences of your stream at your site. Please click by the settings panel and change quality to Full HD or at least HD. It should help. Please try to check. Okay, I think that, so yes, I also checked preferences our stream, and seems like it should work fine. So please try to check preferences at your site. So as I said, via smart elements you can get data from different sites via internal and external CSS selectors. How to configure these selectors we will see today, and let's get started. So I already created a container, a smart container. To create a smart element, in this case container, you should highlight it and click by it and choose the data option, and after that you should click the begin button. Here you can see the preferences of smart container. Today, for example, we will get the next data. We will get the image, the name of item, the price, and description of it. Please note that smart containers not always can get data from all possible sites. Some sites loads dynamically, and smart elements just can't get this information. So sometimes our smart containers won't be able to help you. Also, today we will take a look on two examples, Walmart and Amazon. And after that, if you have own suggestions about your sites, we will try to, and if we will have a time, we will try to get data from your sites. So please write your suggestions to the chat if you have ones. Okay, so let's create a cart of item. So here we will add an image block. and we will need just a few more text blocks. So let's create them. As I said, we will get the name, price, and description, and also we can get an URL of this URL. So let's name them. Name, price, description, and just for convenience, it's not necessary, but just for demonstrable purposes. And URL here, or we can use link. So to create a link, we should click by this button at the top settings panel here. Here we can change different preferences for it. And let's move to the preferences of Smart Container. So to create internal CSS selectors, I'm going to use classes. For that, for the link, I will use my URL, for example, class. So you can use any class that you would like. To use a class, you should put a dot before the name of it, and you should set this class within the code of the email. So let's do so. My URL. Okay, I created as the first one. Now I should add a link, and I will create a few more elements: name, price, description, and image. Okay, to create a name, I will use the same approach for all elements. So I will create just speaking classes, classes with speaking names. So my name. The same way I will do for price. This way, my description. So I am using classes with speaking name just to easy use smart elements to find out where we should put different data. Description, my price, my name, my URL, and my image also I need. So I will create the class within the image tag, because we will use this tag to get src of an image here instead of the placeholder at the moment. My image. Okay. In the name field, I should set my name class. The same way it will work for other blocks. Price, my price. For description, my description, and for the last one, my image. This way. And for all these blocks, we will get just information from the text, from span text, from other text. So as you can see, the price at the Walmart located within span tag. So I don't use attribute, but for image I will use attribute, and I should designate it here. Okay, this is it about internal preferences. And now we can move to the preferences at this side. So to check ID classes or other elements to use them for our smart containers, we should use developer tools. To get there, we should click F12 on the keyboard, and we can use this element to inspect the code and to find them within the code. So better to use IDs, different elements, because they typically unique. So for example, you can see ID price. So this ID unique within this page. And maybe we will able to find unique classes. So let's try to use this class, and this class also use it in other cases. So this is not the best option, and we can try to use this one. Okay, this also not unique. Let's check what we can use in this case. Price characteristic maybe. Okay, let's try to use it, and after that we will see, just to check how it will work. Name. Let's take a look how we can get a name. So the name, for name we can try to use some of these classes. Yes, this class seems unique. Let's try to use it. What about the image? Okay, this class also unique. So let's add it to the external selector here, and we should add attribute as well, because we are going to use we are going to get this link out of this attribute. And what about description? So we have this class here. Let's try, yes, this class seems unique, and I'm going to use it as well here. So and also maybe I should change preferences for a link. Yes, I think that I should get the link to the attribute instead of the content of the tag. So we will create just empty attribute, and now we can try just to copy and paste this link here to check if it will work. Okay, so we were able to get the name, a few prices, and the description. So now we should correct description. We also get a link. Sorry, no description. We should correct the price and should find the way to get an image. So let's check the preferences. Maybe I did something wrong. I used the class. Seems like it should work. Okay, I don't see our class here because of something, so I will add it again and we'll try to, yes, now this time it works, and we should find a way to get the price. I hope we will able to do so. So let's take a look again. So we have another price here. Okay, let me check what I used last time. Okay, I used price characteristic class here, and maybe it will better to try to use this. Sorry. Let me check again. Maybe this one. Let's try. No, it seems better now. It not perfect, but it's better. And we can try to use maybe this option. Span with the visually hidden class. Will it work? Yes, this time it works. So we actually say to our smart container move to the element within the code with this class, and within this tag find another tag with this class, and this patch was unique, and it allowed us to get this information. So now to check how it will look, we can try to use any other link from this site to check if our okay, let me open the next link, and I'm going to create just a copy of this element here and just change a link. Will it work? So we'll be able to get all the necessary information. So as you can see, we got the correct name of this element, we got the correct price, new description, and I believe that we get, yes, Rusty Coke, the correct URL. So as you can see, this is how it works, and this is how it can be used. Now I propose to move to the next site. So I will create a copy, remove this one, and we will create, to avoid all this configuration for internal CSS selectors again, I will use the same smart container. I will just use another external selectors. So let's move to Amazon. And let's choose an element from here. I don't know, maybe this one. Headphones. Okay. So let's take a look how we can get Okay, we don't have a price here. Let's try to use another element. I don't know. Maybe this section. Let's try. Okay, we have a price here. So let's try to check the code of this page to check what can be done. Also, sometimes I would like to say you can use right button of your mouse to click by choose an element and just try to use this copy selector. Sometimes this selector is very long, but sometimes it's very easy to use. So this time this automatic CSS selector find ID, so I believe it will work in our case. And let's try to use manual way to check other elements, or we can try to use this automatic selector again. Copy selector, and let's just take a look. Okay, this image also has ID. It's cool, and let's get okay. This pop-up image doesn't help me, and let's check if we can use this selector for the name. And what about description? Might we get it out of here? Copy selector, description. And I would like to pay your attention that as far as I know, Amazon use dynamic elements, so we should click by this switcher in the URL preferences for this site, and let's check if we will be able to get the necessary information out of here. Okay, as you can see, we were able to get the name of the cable, the price, a description, and I believe the link as well. Yes, it's also Amazon. So let's just copy this container and try to open other page, for example with this batteries, and just add it here. Will it work? Yeah, seems like it works fine. So we also get description, name. So please note that you can use different preferences for text for styles to beautify these elements. So for example, we can put the name, for example, in extra tag, to get it bold, and even after the data from the site will be get, we will have the bold font. So you can use different preferences here if you want. So I think this is it about our basic examples. So if you have your own suggestions, let's try. So I can't promise you that we will able to get information from all sides, but if you have your suggestions, please let us know.
Здесь просто ну, очень спрашивали, если будет спросом, почему появляется сообщение.
Okay, I don't see any other proposals. Sorry, yes, sorry for the another call. I hope the next time we will have a separate room and we will lead a webinar from there. So please let us know if you have maybe any other questions, maybe not related with smart containers, maybe you would like to discuss some details or something like that. So I will wait a couple of minutes more. So if you haven't any other questions, I think we will wrap today's webinar up. Okay, in this case, thank you very much everyone that visited us today. This webinar will accessible at our site, at our YouTube channel. So we constantly adding new videos and we are going to run new webinars. You know how you can find our channel. Thank you very much for your time. See you next time.